really want to give this to Cindy, but it's naked, and I don't think that she wants a naked bottle because that's not very exciting, or maybe it's too exciting.
Well, I made a bottle dress.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's perfect.
And then we just pull these little strings right here.
Oh my gosh.
Lift it up.
Look at that.
Look at that. Not naked.
That is actually really, really cute. I love it.
So, Damsels in DIY here.
Hi.
Today, we're going to teach you how to make a bottle gift bag.
It's beautiful.
To make this bag, you will need a sewing machine, scissors, pins, measuring tape and a cutting mat, fabric marking tool, safety pin, a magic fire stick, iron, ironing board, a half yard of organza or tulle in primary color of choice, a half yard of organza or tulle in secondary color of choice, thread, 1 yard of satin ribbon, and a bottle you wish to bag. Take your wine or cider bottle and figure out how high up on the bottle you want your bag to cinch. Take that measurement, add 5 inches to it. Mark this measurement along the long edge of the primary fabric color. Usually you would do this with your fabric marking tool, but since we are using tulle, we will be marking with pins. Now measure the circumference of your bottle at the widest point. Cut this measurement in half and add 2 inches to it. Mark this measurement out on the short end of your fabric and at the top of your long measurement line like this. Now connect those 2 new lines together to form your rectangle. Cut 2 pieces of this rectangle out of the primary colored organza or tulle and set them aside. Take one of the cut pieces and lay it down on your folded over secondary color. Add 2 inches to the end of the pattern while drawing the shape onto your secondary color to cut 2 of these longer pieces out of your secondary organza or tulle. Set all of these pieces aside. Now take your bottle and set it down on your primary color. Draw a circle around the bottle while keeping your marking tool 1.5 inches away from the edge of the bottle. Cut out this circle and use it to cut a circle out of the secondary color as well. Once you have all these pieces cut out, you can start sewing your bag together. First, take all of your pieces and zigzag finish the edges like this. Next, place your primary rectangle pieces down on the table in front of you like this. Take your secondary rectangles that are longer and place them over the top of your primaries so that the lower edges are matched up like this and the upper edges that are longer extend over your primary pieces like this. Pin these pieces together for the time being. Now measure 3 inches down from the upper edge of your primary color piece. Fold your secondary and primary pieces together at this point so that the primary fabric is folded in and the secondary is on the outside. Now sew this fold down with a straight stitch using a 1-inch seam allowance. This will be where you insert your ribbons. Do the same thing to the other bag piece. Now heat your iron up and prepare your ironing space. Make sure your iron isn't too hot, as organza and tulle can be very sensitive to heat. Press down the folds you made in your fabric like this, centered over the seam line. Now take your ironed pieces and sew the pressed fabric fold down 1/8 of an inch away from each side of the fold like this. Repeat this process on the other piece as well. Now you have finished creating your ribbon slots. Take your pieces and pin them together from just below the ribbon slot to the lower corners of each side so that the secondary colors are facing out and the primary colors are facing in. Sew each side straight down to the bottom, starting from just underneath the ribbon slot seam lines. Now your bag should be a tube, and it is time to add the bottom. Take your 2 circular pieces of fabric and place them together and zigzag stitch along the edges so they become one solid piece. Now take this piece and place it in your inside-out bag tube so that the primary color is facing in and the secondary color is facing out. Pin the circle to the edges of the bag evenly and then sew it down with a 1/2-inch seam allowance. Now flip your bag inside out. It is almost finished. All you have left to do is create the ribbon drawstrings. Take the measurement you used for your bag width pieces and double it. Add 4 inches to this measurement and then use that length to cut 2 pieces of ribbon. Take your ribbon tips and use the lighter to heat seal them. Now take your first piece of ribbon and put the safety pin on the end of it. Use the safety pin to pull it through one side of the bag's ribbon slots and all the way through the other side so that the ribbon tips are on the same side of the bag. Tie those tips together. Take your next piece of ribbon and do the same process while starting your ribbon through the other side of the bag. Once both sides are together, tie them in a knot. Now you should have your ribbon knots on the opposite sides and your bag is finished. All you have to do now is put your wine or cider bottle in the bag and pull the ribbons tight.
We hope you enjoyed this beautiful bottle covering. This will be especially helpful for Valentine's Day, parties, and all kinds of things where you want to fancy up your bottle.
Yeah. Tell us what you're going to use your gift bag for in the comments below, and you'll be entered for a chance to win our weekly bead bag giveaway.
We'll see you next time. Bye!
Oh my god. Oh! We'll just go with it.